Hey everyone, One Big Boss here, and welcome back to another episode of Rankum, where we choose some random thing that I like and we put it on a tier list and we rank them. And you guys seem to really enjoy the last one that I did, where I ranked all the video games in the Resident Evil series that I truly personally love. It was like a personal list for me, right? So that's kind of what this is. We're going to continue with the Resident Evil stuff because you guys really like that. So here it is. This is going to be a tier list for how I feel about the Resident Evil characters. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot missing in this. I know. I'm just really tired, and I went through at least the ones I thought like were the best and ones that I really knew. There's gonna be ones in here that are characters like bioweapons, like the Nemesis and Mr. X. You can see them on here. Those aren't going to be what do you call it there? Those aren't gonna be ones that we put on the ranking, because I'm gonna save that for a separate list of all my favorite bioweapons. So those will be excluded from this list. We're pretty much dealing with the human characters, or characters like Sadler's group, or guys like Krauser that like have abilities too. They're gonna make the list. So let's get into this. I want to see where these go, because I actually didn't really put any thought into this yet, and it's kind of like what I do when I do these videos. I just go at it as is, so I can really stop and think about it. So yeah, as you can see for the lists that we have, you have GOAT status, amazing, great, okay, meh, the worst. So yeah, we've got the list here, and we're gonna go through all these characters that are listed right down in here. You can see everything we've got, because this list was originally just a list when I found it was just Resident Evil's 1 through 7. So for this I added some more. I added the Revelations 1 cast, Revelations 2, Survivor, Gun Survivor, Gun Survivor 2, Outbreak, and Operation Raccoon City characters. So this should be fun. So yeah, let's get this started, and let's just go right now. Leon Kennedy, GOAT status, right? Like he's the GOAT. So yeah, he's got that. Let's see, Chris Redfield, yeah, GOAT status. Put him a little bit below Leon, because like Leon has just been a really great character throughout like his entire run. Chris has had some up and downs in the best way possible. So you know what, actually, you know what, maybe, okay, so this might be blasphemous. I love Leon. You like Chris, I'm gonna put Chris ahead of him, because Chris has gone through a lot in this franchise, right? He has changed a lot and had really good character development, where Leon essentially has kind of somewhat stayed the same character. But they've done a really good job at changing him, like, ever so slightly. I mean, like, he's in the original 4 and 4 remake, he's really a different character. Yeah, he's still got the quick whip and everything like that, but he's very depressed. He's a very depressed character, and you see the effects of like what happened in Raccoon City weigh on him. So yeah, it's really good. But Chris has just had a little bit more, so that's where I'm putting him. Ada Wong, putting her in the amazing category. GOAT status, I don't really know about that, but damn, man, I would have loved to have seen what they would have done with her in Resident Evil Village. Oh no, so yeah, because she was supposed to be in Village, and she wasn't. But she's always been a fun character. Anytime she pops up, you're in for a good time. And her Separate Ways DLC in the remake of RE4 was absolutely amazing. So we've got that right there. Next one is Jill Valentine, obviously GOAT. I'm putting her all the way at the front. Might be a little bit biased because she's like my favorite character, but yeah, Jill is Jill Valentine. Like, what else do you need? It's a character that is synonymous with the series. She's known worldwide. She's an icon in gaming. So yeah, we gotta put her up there. Barry Burton, yeah, GOAT status. And honestly, I'm gonna put him below these two, but like Barry literally should have been in more games. He should have been. But putting him here on this list of a GOAT status 100% needs to be, because Revelations 2 Barry is the best Barry that we've gotten to date. I will die on that hill. Okay, that went really good. I absolutely really did enjoy him in Revelations 2. He was just a character that had dad jokes, but the actor who played him was absolutely phenomenal. Like, they really gave Barry his own game. I mean, Claire is almost a side character in it with how they've treated her and that stuff. So yeah, no, definitely GOAT status with Barry right there. I mean, he's one of the best dads of gaming. So yeah, he goes there. Rebecca Chambers, yeah, we're putting her in amazing. I mean, she's only been in a few games, but she is still really loved by a lot of people. You know, for the fact that she was only in, what was it? 1, 0, technically you could consider the remake, Umbrella Chronicles, the CGI films. You know, she's pretty good, and she's always been a fun character. Again, a little weird characterization with what happened in 0 and then contrasting to what happens in Resident Evil 1, but hey, still a good character. Albert Wesker, fucking GOAT tier, God tier level fucking guy. Like, this dude is the reason for everything. This guy wears sunglasses at night like a badass, and he met an unfortunate end at the end of RE5, but to be honest, this is great. I love this. It's a good standing for him. Like, right above these three right here, he's right up here. Sherry Birkin, putting her in amazing. And I think we're going to put her right above Rebecca, because this girl was like, what? 11, 12 years old during the Raccoon City outbreak, and she handled that shit like a champ. And then she comes back in RE6, and she's absolutely, like, amazing in RE6. I really love her character in that. And, like, the fact that she's still trying to, like, kind of prove herself. She's trying to, like, undo the mistakes of her father and, like, what he was involved in. And I think that's really cool. And, like, she's got, like, still, like, the properties of the G virus where she can heal from wounds. Like, remember, like when Jake pulled that giant piece of metal out of her? Like, fuck, man. That boss-ass character right there. And honestly, in Resident Evil 6 Mercenaries mode, she's probably the best character. No freaking lie. She's got the health items. The Magnum she has is incredible. The handgun is a rapid-fire 3-round burst. The only thing she doesn't really have is a crowd-controlling weapon like a shotgun or machine gun, but she's great. Claire Redfield. Yeah, GOAT status. A little bit below, but Claire's been through a lot. I mean, this is a character that, being in these games and being the sister of Chris Redfield, she's done a lot. And I mean, this girl literally infiltrated the Umbrella facility in Paris. Like, she's literally like, what, 19 years old, 20 years old, and she's in like college. Yeah, she's like 20, 21. She's in college and she's raiding Umbrella Labs. Like, that's freaking crazy. So yeah, she's on the GOAT tier list. I mean, she's down a little bit lower because unfortunately Revelations 2 did her really dirty, but Remake 2 did her really solid. They did a real solid job with her. So yeah, here are the monsters. We don't need them. Sheva. Yep, putting her on the lower half of amazing, but Sheva is a great character that I loved when she first came out. Everybody always used to make fun of her because the AI is like stupid as hell, as they say, but she's really a good character. She's got a connection to wanting bioterrorists stopped because Umbrella was the reason why her parents are dead. So that was kind of like, good enough story right there. That's all you needed to know about her. She's really close with Josh Stone and a lot of the other BSAA agents because they treat her like the little sister of the team. So yeah, no, gotta put her in amazing. And for the love of God, Capcom, bring her back in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just like one of your multiplayer games and there's like she's a playable character in that, please fucking do it. Hunk. Yeah. This guy is literally the most mysterious character in Resident Evil, honestly. Like, he shows up and you know nothing about him other than the fact that he always gets the job done and nobody can take this motherfucker down. Vector almost did in a training mission and everything like that because Vector's skills were very, very much off the chart, and Hunk noticed that and trained him. So, if you can almost take Hunk in a fight, then yeah, you're a badass yourself. But he's the original OG. This guy survived Raccoon City. He was out cold days in the sewer after fighting William Birkin. Like, he went through some shit. So yeah, he's golden. Jack Krauser. Ooh, if Baz is watching this, she's gonna kill me. I know a lot of people consider him GOAT tier in many ways. A lot of people really love Jack Krauser, but I'm putting him in amazing, like lower amazing. Jack was a great character when he was first introduced in the original Resident Evil 4. I really did like him in that game. I thought he was really good in that one, and I loved in Darkside Chronicles how it was like a prequel to RE4. So it's when him and Leon first met, and I fucking love the fact that they worked together and he was a good guy then. And, you know, he was just amazing as a good guy. As great as a bad guy as he is, I loved him as a good guy in that game. He did really good. So the remake version obviously is different. You know, he trained Leon. So it's a little different. But, yeah, definitely deserves to be in the amazing spot. Jake Mueller. He's okay. You know, he's Wesker's son. They don't explain anything of the woman that Wesker was with for some weird reason. She's mentioned, like, I think once by Jake. And he's just kind of like a Wesker, just not as like a superhuman powered version. Although he does a lot of superhuman feats. So, I mean, I don't know if this kid came out of Wesker after Wesker had, like, brought himself back from the dead or whatever, but he's okay. He's okay status. Luis Serra, putting him in great. He was awesome in the original game, and you gotta fucking love him. Oh my god, Andre did an amazing job with this character in the remake. I was so glad he got to live a lot longer. I was really hoping for that too. I was really hoping that Luis was gonna live a lot longer, and I'm glad that he did. But the way that he went out too, I was like, oh man, I still kind of feel like it's a little bit early. You know, like I thought we were gonna be a little bit further, but no, like he got taken out. But even though how he went out and stuff was really great, and like you could see how that kind of was affecting Leon. Like it's just a great moment, great character. So yeah, gets to be put in the great section. Hunnigan, she's on the okay list. You know, she doesn't really do much outside of Resident Evil 4, but she does contact Leon in like RE6 and some of the CGI films. So you know, she's okay. She's okay. Not a character that I hate. Jack Baker. Amazing. Great character. The actor who played him was absolutely phenomenal. A real terror in that game. The guy just did not stop coming back from the dead. He just kept coming to terrorize you, just busting through walls like he's the Kool-Aid man. I mean, dude, seriously, he was great. He was such a great character. I loved him. Moira Burton. I'm gonna put her above Luis. I actually really enjoyed her character. And I think one of the reasons why I enjoyed her character a lot was because so many of the gaming journalist sites out there fucking hated her because they're like, oh, she swears too much. I'm like, she's a 19-year-old girl. What the fuck do you want? They're gonna, like, she was pretty realistic, guys. I'm not gonna lie. She was pretty realistic when she was there. So yeah, I really enjoyed her as a character, and I really hope she comes back in the future. She likes guns now. Well, I don't know if she likes guns, but she can use them now. So great character. Great character. So yeah, she's going to the great section. Helena Harper. I like her a little bit more than Jake. They gave her a really good story. The fact that the things that she did, why she did the things that she did. So yeah, she's okay. You know, an okay character. I wish she would come back, or in some way, shape, or form. I kind of hate how Capcom dismisses characters that do have like a following and they are just good characters. You know, I hate how they kind of dismiss them. Josh Stone, great character. But I don't know. I'm gonna put him in the okay section. So funny thing was, I don't know if you guys remember in the in Resident Evil 5, but there was times where I thought he was a bad guy, like he was a spy. Remember like when they meet up with him again in that elevator shaft, and like he's pointing his gun at like Sheva and Chris, and then they're kind of doing the same thing. I don't know if it was like an adrenaline high or something like that, but for me, I'm like, man, why do I get the feeling he's a bad guy? And then there was a thing like where he drove away from those docks after he dropped off Sheva and Chris. And just the look he had on his face, I thought he was a villain. I thought he was a spy. I thought we were going to go that route with him. And I'm glad we didn't, because he's such a great character. And in friggin' Desperate Escape, he's a riot, man. You got to love him. He's such a cool character. Plus, his shotgun and mercenaries mode kills all normal enemies in one hit. So, Salazar. Both the original and the remake. I'm gonna put him at lower grade. He's just a fun character. He throws temper tantrums, and I know a lot of people didn't like his redesign. in the remake, and that's why a lot of people say he's a bad character because they don't like the redesign, how he looks like some kind of like British colonist and stuff like that. But to be honest, how he is and how he acts in the remake is really good, very akin to the first one, I feel. So, you know, I'm putting him in the great section. Sadler, Sadler, I'm gonna put in the okay section. He's not bad. When he's on screen, he's very theatrical, he's fun, but, you know, you do see him a decent amount, but I still think there really wasn't that much to him, even though he did wreck Leon's shit like twice or whatever it was and everything else. And for whatever reason, he decided to transform into that creature at the end. Like, there was no reason to. He just did. I don't know. It was very weird. But he's okay. He's an okay character. Marguerite Baker. I gotta go with amazing. Her actress Sarah was absolutely amazing. She did such a great job with this character. You could tell she had fun with it, and she's a scary character. I mean, even like before, like the bug vagina and all that stuff. Like just when she's like roaming around, she's busting through walls and shit. Like that, she was legit, man. Crazy shit. Carlos. We're putting him in amazing, and I'm putting him. Actually, because of the remake, I'm putting Carlos high up on this list. I loved Carlos in the original. For some reason, it was cool to start hating the original Carlos when the new one came out. I don't know why. But this version was great. Jeff Shine did absolutely phenomenal as Carlos. Like, everything he said was great. I mean, just playing as him was fun. He's got like the Falcon Punch move when you get to play as him. But he's just a great character all around. Great, fun character. So, yeah. He goes in the amazing. I would really love for Capcom to bring him back. They would. Ashley. Okay. You know, a lot of people thought she was super annoying in the original. I would understand why if I was her in that situation with no training and being scared shitless and people with pitchforks and all this other stuff, you know, coming after you and everything. So, so yeah, like there's that. Sorry about that. Fucking ads, man. Yeah, we can just. So yeah, I put her in the okay. Even in the remake, she is a little bit better. She is a lot better actually in the remake. I do like how they portrayed her in that one. The Big Cheese. I'm putting him at an okay. Because the Big Cheese isn't really around that much. Like, that was one of the things I kind of hope they changed in the remake, and they somewhat tweaked it a little bit, but he still ultimately felt like he did in the original. So, you know, I'm putting him just on the lower okay list, you know? Yeah, Tyrant we're not doing. Excella. I mean, he is in the game a lot, and they do because Resident Evil 5 does great with its cinematics and the characters when they're on screen. So I'll put her at mid okay. That's good, right? Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, the brother from Resident Evil 7. Man, Jesse did a really good job playing as him. You know, I'm gonna put him at lower grade. He wasn't in it too much, but he put on one hell of a performance anytime he was there. He just wasn't really in the game that much, even towards the end, you know. So there's that. Zoe, lower okay, I guess. You know, all right character. Just I mean, she helped Ethan through a lot of stuff. She's okay. Oh, that goes there. Moving on. Mia Winters. Kind of never really liked the character. The actress who played her did a really good job though, but it's just like, I know it's a character that you're supposed to hate, so I guess it was right. Ethan Winters. Yep, GOAT status. That motherfucker, I didn't like him in 7 because they made you him. They wanted, because the whole VR experience and stuff, they wanted you to be Ethan Winters. So I didn't like him then. But in Village, this motherfucker could have gone and just done it and got a whole new family if he wanted and kept his hand, kept his heart, kept his life. But, dude, the actor who played him fucking unreal. I wish we could get him on Row for an interview because I want to ask him so much. Like, he nailed the role of the character he was supposed to be in this. He did just such a goddamn good job. I loved it. So yeah, GOAT status for Ethan. Oh yeah. Oh wait, here, no, we can't skip Brad. He's kind of legendary, you know. So I'm gonna put him at okay. Like, I'm gonna put him at upper okay. Obviously in the remake, he didn't stick around as long either, which kind of sucked. I kind of wish they did a little bit more with him, like him and Jill like were together for a little bit of part of the remake city and everything. But I mean, he's been iconic because of his of leaving the stars behind in the first game and the Nemesis killing him in the original, and then we see him turn into a zombie. He's still cognate in some way. He's the one who does Marvin in. Love that connection. I know a lot of people are mad that the Nemesis didn't kill anybody, but I love that connection with Brad and Marvin. I think that was a really cool thing for them to kind of retcon. Evelyn. Just a kind of meh character. Oh God. Him. Irving. I mean, he's entertaining. You know what? I'm gonna put him in okay. He's about at this level of okay. He's just a funny character. He's kind of a joke character. I just thought it was funny like that. Like they forced him to use the fucking thing. It's just like, well, dude, like, why do you need the gold bars then if you're gonna turn into a giant monster? Like, it's so weird. Mikhail. I'm putting him up in amazing, and I'm putting him right below Jack Krauser because Mikhail was great. He was just awesome. I loved him as a character, and in the remake, absolutely phenomenal. Such a great character for he really was. Carlos's buddy, yeah, Tyrell. I mean, in the original, he was alive for like a few seconds, but they kept him alive in this. So, you know, I'm putting him at okay. But we'll put him right up here. I'm putting him right up in this area. We're okay. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Steve Burnside. You know what? Fan favorite. A lot of people are kind of thrown off by him sometimes. So I'm gonna put him in the lower grade. I think he is a great character, especially. Oh my God, I really loved him in Darkside Chronicles. In Darkside Chronicles, the actor who played him did an amazing job. I think it was Sam Riegel that played him in Darkside Chronicles, and in Darkside Chronicles, he was really good. So yeah, that's where we put him for the grade. Billy Cohen. Upper middle, okay. You know, Billy's a fun character, but you know, after Resident Evil 0, we don't know anything about him. There's that. Derek Simmons, wonderfully acted by David Lodge, but he was kind of meh. I'm gonna put him in upper meh. So, we got Carla. I'm gonna put her a little bit above at least Simmons for meh. You know, like, you know, not the worst, but also not really even okay. They're just there, and you're fine with them being there. So there's that. Yeah, Nikolai. I'm putting him up here at right at amazing, right above Mikhail, because he was great in the original. Fucking menacing. Like you knew when you met that motherfucker and that theme music went off, you're like, this guy's he's a traitor. He's a badass. Like he's gonna betray them. Right. And I feel he got a bum rap in the remake because he wasn't in it as much as I would have liked him to be, because Neil Newbon, who played him, did an absolutely amazing job at reinventing that character. So menacing, so creepy, so scary, and he just wasn't around as much as I would have liked him. But, you know, he's in the amazing category. Oh, Joseph. I mean, we'll just put him in lower okay, because, I mean, poor bastard was like the first victim we saw die on screen. So, yeah, we'll put him there. Chief Irons. I'm going to put him with great. I'm going to put him right up here for the great, because whatever version of him you find, whether it was, this one, the remake, like in the RE2 original, the remake, or Darkside Chronicles, he's absolutely like a freak and an asshole, and he's terrifying, and he's perfect for that. So we'll put him at the higher grade. Willie B. Well, so like Willie B's more of a monster, because you really don't get that much time with Birkin as a character outside Resident Evil 0. So yeah. Annette, we're gonna put her at okay. She's an okay character. Actually, I'm going to put her at lower great, because in the remake of 2, they really do a lot with her. I mean, virtually any version of her is pretty an interesting character. So yeah, we're going to put her at lower great. Kendo. Oh man, this guy's a legend, like how Brad was. But I can't in good conscience put him in the okay setting. I'm going to put him at lower great, because that scene in in RE2, man, that's why he goes up on great. Kendo went out like a beast in RE2, but in this one, in the remake, man, absolutely incredible. So cool. Heartbreaking decision he had to make and shit like that. So yeah, he belongs there. Piers. I'm gonna put Piers up here. Anything, because Piers should have carried on the mantle, because we all agree that Chris should have died in RE6 and not Piers. So he's just a great character. He stands up against Chris, because that's his captain, but he has no problem telling him, it's like, hey, cut the shit. We got a mission to do, man. Fuck your personal vendetta. Piers was just great. And then, like, his ultimate sacrifice is why he's so high up there on the amazing list, because of what he did in RE6. And, I mean, technically, the only other time we get to see Piers or hear anything about him is at the end of Revelations 2, when Claire talks to the people on the phone to say, hey, have Piers look after him. And the Resident Evil manga, where he and Chris and one of the other BSA agents ended up at a school that had like the C virus leak or whatever it was. It's actually a kind of a good read. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good. Let's see. The twins, Alexia and Alfred. I feel they are great, because they, in Code Veronica and a little bit in Darkside Chronicles, they really did push these characters to be creepy and crazy, and they did. I mean, this was kind of the first time we had a character that was like a straight up villain, because you remember this was like Wesker was the villain in the first one, but he was like a villain that you didn't see that often. 2 and 3 had their villains, but not on the level of like what these two were. I mean, yeah, there was Nikolai and everything, the Nemesis, you had Chief Irons, you had Birkin, Mr. X, and everything. But I think in Code Veronica, they really did a better job with these characters, and like the whole backtracking. You find out more about the founding of Umbrella. You find out about the ancestors of the Ashford family and like the royalty that they are. So I'm gonna put them at great, and I think I'm gonna put them. Yeah, we're doing this. We're gonna put them here. That might be controversial to some people, but again, this is my list. So, next up, Spencer. So for the guy who was so mysterious, never seen before ever, pulled a lot of crap behind the scenes, had his own people executed and shit. Good character. Short visit with him in RE5. I'm just gonna put him at the okay. Like I'm gonna put him at like a higher like okay, because at least like when he explains stuff and you see him like essentially dying in that chair, it works. Parker Luciani from Revelations. I'm gonna put him at okay. Parker's a great character. He he's an okay character. He's funny, he's got jokes, and he's a little bit different. I love a lot of the characters from Revelations, because they are so different than the Resident Evil the characters that we have seen before. So, he's good. Clivar O'Brien, the FBC guy, BSAA and stuff, the guy who did a lot of things he shouldn't have. Yeah, I'm putting him at okay, and I'm putting him like at least down here. He's okay. An okay character. I enjoyed him. He's actually voiced by the guy who does Colonel Campbell from Metal Gear. So there's that. Alex Wesker. Now, I'm putting her on, I'm putting her at okay. And we're going to put her right about here, I feel. Because, great idea about her. I just feel that they moved things along with her too quick and things happened. Wish there was a little bit more to her. But she's an okay character. And she's still alive. So, Capcom, you're watching this. Do something with her, please. I would love nothing more than for you to do that. So, hopefully they actually do something. And let's see. So next on the list is Jessica from Revelations. Another okay character, but I'm gonna put her down here. She's okay. She's kind of a one-trick pony, but again, it's the whole thing is like she's like Ada. She's a spy, so there's a reason why she acts like she acts. Keith. I liked him. Thought he was fun. I'm gonna put him at okay, like right next to the boss. Myra, we already did her. I there must have been two on here. Morgan Lansdale, the villain of the first game, or one of the villains. I'm putting him at meh. Not great, but he's more of a political villain, I feel. So we'll put him down there. Natalia, I really did enjoy her as a character. I'm not gonna put her in the great status, but I'm gonna put her up here. I thought she was a really fun character because sometimes it's hard to make children characters interesting, and her actress did an amazing job, and they wrote her really well. So yeah, good character. Neil, I mean, kind of sensed he was a villain anyway. He's all right. So yeah, we're gonna put him in the okay. Well, actually, we're gonna put him a little bit below Irving. Raymond, the Conan O'Brien guy from Revelation. We will put him right around Jessica. He's a little bit more interesting than Jessica is. So there's that. We got Quint. Him and Keith are a great duo, so I have to put them together because they both play off each other so well. And a lot of people hated these characters, and I didn't. I actually really enjoyed the banter between the two and how different it was from the normal Resident Evil stuff, So I like that. That works. Oh, now we're getting into Outbreak. Survivor stuff. So Vincent would be a meh normally, right? Because it's like a character that you never really see, but then you find out what he did on that island and what he did to those children. He's a fucking monster, and he's just written so well. So I'm putting him in the okay category, and I'm putting him right above, right above here, because he's just so fucking evil, man. Like all the shit he did, and you read the journals of him just slowly losing his mind and stuff. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, this was Andy, the groundskeeper. Meh character. Lot, another meh character. Ark Thompson, I'm gonna put him at lower okay. He's just all right, Oh, the sister, Lily. Yeah, I'm putting her a little bit lower because she's really annoying. Like how they did the voice acting for her was rough. Survivor 2. Got Bruce, and Bruce is cool. I'd put him at a little bit lower of a character. Yeah, a little bit of a lower one. Fong Ling, I remember, yeah, we'll put her, actually, I like her a little bit more than Bruce. I remember, when that character came out, everybody was calling her, the Ada Wong knockoff, or Ada Wong 2.0. and shit. Some people theorize too that like she was like working with Ada, like she was supposed to be like the next Ada or something like that, because something like people were saying something happened to Ada, and I was like, oh, I mean I don't think that's true, but okay, yeah. I mean if you guys think so, then okay, I guess. So yeah, they're right there for those ones. Now we're getting into the Outbreak characters. Alyssa Ashcroft, kind of a bitch at times. And her lockpicking abilities, unfortunately, I don't feel do as much as they should. I really wish they would have capitalized on a lot of the skills of a lot of these characters have. So you know what? I'm gonna put her at okay. We'll do that there. Cindy, everybody loves Cindy. So put her a little bit higher than her. David, he's all right. He fixes things and builds things, but yeah, I mean he's okay. All right. George. God, I could never really like this character. I never understood why I never got into him. I just really couldn't. I wouldn't put him at meh, but I'm gonna put him. Yeah, I'm gonna put him down here. He's just all right. Kevin Ryman. He's a great character, but where would he rank up here is the question. I'm gonna put him at like upper grade because he is a great character. He's like Ryu from Street Fighter. He's the all-around character. He doesn't have any like big weaknesses, but he doesn't have any like big strengths. He's all around. His health is good. His virus meter is good. His strength is good. He gets that 45 auto, so he gets a good weapon at the beginning too. So yeah, he's a great character. Great character. Mark, really great character. Loved using him. He was my secondary. If someone chooses Yoko, I would always choose Mark. Mark is a great character, and to be honest, I like him a lot, and I like the things he says, like let's just try to stay calm. He'd be like, son of a bitch. I'm actually gonna put him at lower amazing. No. Right here. We're gonna put him up here at amazing. I just love Mark. He's such a fun character. Jim, my life is shit Chapman. I've never really delved like deep into what his character can really do. Like the real strengths and weaknesses of his character. He's just kind of annoying, and I feel he doesn't really add much, so I'm gonna put him in the meh section. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? So yeah, Yoko, we're putting her in amazing, and I'm putting her right above Mark. Yoko is like the saving grace through the Outbreak games. Like, you need her to fucking win this game, man. She is literally up there, man. She's such a great character. Yeah, that's the Outbreak character. So I'll move on to the Operation Raccoon City one. Vector. Oh man, I gotta put Vector at GOAT status, but like, I gotta put him below Hunk because he almost beat Hunk, but he's such a cool fucking character. He's such a badass, man. I love his design. I love how he speaks. I love how mysterious he is. He's just as mysterious as Hunk. Like, this is a kid that came out of nowhere. So yeah, we're putting him there. Bertha, she's an alright character. She's a mech character. Beltway, that's my secondary if somebody chooses Vector. So I'm putting Beltway at great, but he's a lower grade. He's a lower grade. Lupo, everybody loves Lupo. She's an alright character. So I'm gonna put her in the okay section, and I'm gonna put her above George and these characters here. I feel no. I can't do that. Yeah, right there is good. No, put you right there. Next one is Four Eyes. I always loved her design. Never really used her that much, but She's definitely not a meh. I like her better than Lupo. You know what? I'm putting her even ahead of... Yeah, because she's such a cool... I like her right there. All right, and the final character we got is Spectre. And honestly, I never really liked this character. He doesn't really speak that much. His design's very weird. And I really feel he doesn't do that much in ORC. I really have to play more as him in the future and do some research on him. I'm putting him at meh. Yeah, we're putting him here. So, all right, gang, there it is. That is entire Resident Evil tier list of all the characters. Well, not all of them. There are some. I realize that there's some missing. Like, none of the Bravo team is there except for Joseph. But again, it's really hard to gauge a lot of the Bravo team because they all died fast or were dead when you found them. So, and I know there was I believe there was some other characters I did miss. Trying to think, but nothing's coming to mind right now. But yep, that's my personal definitive list of Resident Evil characters. I'm actually surprised there was only one worse. I honestly felt that I would have put 2 down there at least, or 3. But I mean, yeah, Alice is the worst. Now, if you like those movies, fine, okay, you can like them, whatever. But she's not a well-written character. At least admit that. She's not a well-written character at all. She's a Mary Sue. So I think where we're at now, where we got the characters for GOAT status, I think the amazing status ones are amazing. The ones in the great section, I think, are very valid. The okay section, there's a lot of okays. I did not expect that to be the one that filled up the most. You know, I really thought I'd get more great in that. Yeah, the mess section seems about right. So, and then there's the worst, and we know why. So, yeah, so guys, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Rank 'Em. Let me know down in the comments below some of your favorite top tier characters or characters that you really don't like. Let me know down in the comment section below. So with that being said, please thumbs up and subscribe because it's free in this day and age. Free's a damn good thing. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm One Big Boss, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Have a good one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you could give this video a thumbs up and a share, helps the channel out big time. Give me a follow on Twitter and Discord where I'm most active. Links down below in the description. Also, I stream on Twitch, so if you'd like to see me play a bunch of new to retro games, well, click down below, give it a follow, greatly appreciate it. Till next time, guys, be safe and have a good one.